පිළිගැනීමක් හැටියට කවුරු සාදුකාරයක් පවත්වන්න හොඳයි. අපි තාම ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනා කර සිටින අපේ නායක හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේට අපේ පින්වත් පිරිස කෙරෙහි කරුණාසිත පෙරදැරිව ධර්ම දේශනාව සිද්ධ කරන හැටියට හැමදිනාම ශ්‍රද්ධාවෙන් යුක්තව ධර්ම ශ්‍රවණය කරන හැටියට මතක් කරනවා. So I would like to invite most venerable Tawalama Dhammika Nayaka Thero, who came from Switzerland, Geneva. Is the abbot of Geneva International Buddhist Center. So we invited him to come and do a Dhamma talk here because he's very famous in Europe, especially. He's doing a lot of Dhamma works in Europe. He has sort of devotees, Sri Lankan, Thailand, and French and German. Every people visit him and learn Dhamma from him. So I would like to invite Venerable Nayak Thero to deliver a Dhamma talk for you all. You can listen to him.
Samantha Chakravalesu Atra Gacchantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajasa Sunantu Saggamukkhadang Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Samanamayang Maharaja Dhammarajas Savaka Taveva Anukampaya Jambuddhipa Idagatati. හැමදිනාටම සුබ දවසක්. Good morning everybody. අපේ පැලෑනි ධම්මකුසල ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේගේ ආරාධනා පරිදි අද මේ උතුම් පුරපසක් පොය දවසේ වැදගත්කම වෙන සිහිපත් කරගනිමින් ධර්ම දේශනාවක් කරන්නයි සූදානම්. Today I am going to give a Dhamma talk with the invitation of Most Venerable Palani Dhammakusala Thera to explain the significance of this very important day today. අද පොසොන් මාසේ පුරවසක් දවස. ශ්‍රී ලාංකික අපි හැම දිනාටම අතිශයින්ම වැදගත් පොහේ දවසක් අද. වෙසක් පොහේ වගේ, ඇසළ පොහේ වගේ ලාංකික අපට විශේෂයෙන්ම වැදගත් වෙන පොහේ දවස අද. Today is the full moon day of the month of June. We call it Posong full moon day. For all the Sri Lankans, this is one of the most significant, important day. Do you know why? This is the day the Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka by Most Venerable Mahinda, the son of the Emperor Asoka from India. අපි අය දන්නවා ලෞතර බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ධර්මය ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට හඳුන්වා දීපු විශිෂ්ටතම පොහොය දවස තමයි. ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයන් වන අපි සදාචාරාත්මක ගුණවන්ත සීලවන්ත විශිෂ්ට ජාතියක් බවට පත් කරපු දවස් තමයි පොසොන් පොහොය දවස. Today is so important for all Sri Lankan, like Vesak for all Buddhists, or Asala for all other Buddhist countries. Very significant days. But especially for Sri Lankan today, It's really, really most important day in our Buddhist calendar. I'm so sorry that I can't speak German. Yeah. You know, my first foreign language is German. I studied for 6 months in the University of Sri Lanka. The first sentences I learned from my beautiful teacher in the university is liberties. I didn't find anybody to say that in my life. So I did tell it to the Buddha. That is why I became a monk. Okay? I did not find anybody to say that in my life here in this world. Okay? So I love Buddha. Okay? බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගේ ධර්මයට අපිව එකතු කරපු දවස අද ඇත්තටම. ඒ නිසායි මේ උතුම් පොහොය අපි සමරන්නේ. බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගේ ධර්මය අපට ලැබුණු අද දවස නිසා අපි ශිෂ්ට සම්පන්න ජාතියක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. අපි වාසනාවන්ත ලෝකෙ පිළිගත්ත උසස් ජාතියක් බවට පත් කළේ අද වගේ දවසක. From the beginning of Sri Lanka, 2,300 years ago, the Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka, the particular day-to-day life, the full moon day of month of June. When the Emperor Asoka in India in 3rd century, when he became Buddhist, he wanted to make Buddhism an international religion. Buddhism became international because of this day. He sent the Dhamma mission for 9 countries. බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගේ ධර්මය අරගෙන රටවල් 9කටම ධර්මාශෝක මහරජුරෝ ධර්ම දූතයන් යවුවා. අපේ රට කරපු විශේෂත්වය තමයි එතුමාගේ පුතාම අපට එව්වේ. To give a priority, the most important thing the Emperor Asoka did, send to Sri Lanka his own son, Venerable Mahinda, and also his own daughter, Sanghavinta, to start the nuns community in Sri Lanka. All these things happened in this day 23 centuries ago. අවුරුදු 1300කට පෙර ඒ බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ධර්මයත් අරගෙන අපේ රටට ගිය මිහිඳු මහරහතන් වහන්සේ ප්‍රදාන ඉත්‍ය උත්‍ය බද්දල සම්බසාල සුමන සාමණේර බණ්ඩුගු උපාසක 8% went to Sri Lanka to introduce Buddhism. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මිහින්තලේ ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවනේ. පුදුම ලස්සන දර්ශනීය තැනක් අපේ රටේ. බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ධර්මයේ ඉපදිච්ච තැන. Our friends here, German friends, if you go to Sri Lanka, you will visit the place called Mihintale, where the Arahant Mahinda land came to teach the teachings of the Buddha 2,300 years ago. Very beautiful place. Today, you can't imagine, many thousand people are visiting there, going there to observe 8 precepts and stay totally dedicate their life to respecting, pay homaging to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, the triple gems, and observe 8 precepts there. It's covered with white today, all the temple, not only Mihintale and Anuradhapura too, thousands and thousands of people are observing electricity today. අද ලංකාව හිතලා බලන්න ඔයගලට හිතුවත් එම් පුදුම හිතේ ඉතින් මේ සමාධිගත වෙලා හිතින් බලන්න මිහින් තලේ පිරලා සුදෝ සුදු වතින් සැරසිලා දහස් ගණනක් අය අපි මිහිඳු මහරහතන් වහන්සේ උපහාර කරන්න අද සිල් සමාදන් වෙලා ඉන්නවා. ඇයි එහෙම කරන්නේ? අපට සංඝ පරපුරක් ලැබුණේ එදා. ඉස්සර හිටනේ හාමුදුරුවෝ. The first thing we got from the message of the Buddha, we got the teachings of the Buddha, and we got the most important thing, those who are considered like custodian of the teachings of the Buddha, the Mahasangha. ඉස්සෙල්ලම හාමුදුරු පරපුරක් අපට ඇති කළේ අද වගේ දවසක. Before we do not have monks. This is the particular day, really, the birth of the Mahasangha, the community of monks and nuns, those who totally dedicated their life to the Buddha Sasana, to spread the teachings of the Buddha to the whole world. The monks, with the power of the Venerable Mahinda, he advised some people from the royal family to become monk. Is today. That the first very important thing happened in Sri Lanka to find a community of Sangha is today. Then again, the community of nuns. There's a nun, she's from Thailand, ordained in Sri Lanka, Bhikkhuni Shanta. That nun's tradition also was established in Sri Lanka with the results of today, the full moon day of month of June. The own daughter of Emperor Asoka brought to Sri Lanka the community of nuns, and same time, if you go to Sri Lanka, Anuradhapura, oldest capital of Sri Lanka, you will see the recorded history. The oldest tree is Bodhi tree. The south branch of the same Bodhi tree where Buddha was enlightened in Bodh Gaya, brought to Sri Lanka by Sanghamitra and planted in the Mahamevuna Royal Garden. It says that it is the oldest tree in the world, according to the chronicle explanation, and also in the record, we do not find any other tree like the Bodhi tree which is in Sri Lanka. Sri Maha Bodhiya aragena, Sanghamitra භික්ෂුණී ශාසනයත් අරගෙන ඒක ප්‍රතිඵල හැට තමයි අදත් භික්ෂුණී ශාසනය තියෙන්නේ. පස්සේ පොඩි වෙනස්කම් වුණාට ආරම්භ වුණේ අද දවසේ. ඊළඟට we became a civilized nation. බුදුහාමරගේ ධර්මයත් එක්කලා අපි සදාචාර සම්පන්න ජාතියක් බවට පත් වුණා. ඉස්සර අපිට එහෙම civilization එකක් තිබුණේ නැහැ. Even the king, what he does, even the day of special day of like today, the full moon day, he went to hunt as to enjoy their life. Then he saw these group of monks headed by Venerable Mahinda came to the mountain of Mehintale, and he had to say who they are. In the history, we do not find anywhere that kind of interaction. ලෝකෙ ලස්සනම හඳුන්වා දීම කරපු උත්තම දවසක් තමයි අද සැලකෙන්නේ. එහෙම හඳුන්වා දීමක් අපි කොහොමද දැකලා නැහැ. මිහිඳු මහරහතන් වහන්සේ තමන්ගේ අනිත් ශ්‍රාවක හාමුදුරුවෝයි උපාසකයෙකුයි සාමණේර භික්ෂුවකුයි අරගෙන ඇවිල්ලා කියනවා. ඒ ගාථාව තමයි මතක් කළේ. සමනාමයන් මහරජ. The king and the 40,000 people are behind him went to kill animals, hunting. And he was the down of the Mihintale mountain, a small mountain. And he was so surprised. He thought somebody has come to capture his kingdom. He was so scared. Then understood by the Mahinda there and explained who they are, why they are, from whom, and what is the relationship coming today to Sri Lanka. He said very beautifully. හරිම ලස්සන ගාථාවකින් තමයි උන්වහන්සේ හඳුන්වා දුන්නේ. දෙවන පෑතිස් මහරජුරුවන් ඇතුළු පිරිස 40,000ක් පිරිසට දඩයමේ ගිහිල්ලා හිටපන්. කවුද අපි? සමනාමයන් මහරජ. That is the stanza that I preached, I uttered before. We are monks. You don't worry. We are not coming to capture your kingdom or doing something harm to you. We are monks. We have the weapons of kindness and compassion. Nothing else. අපි ළඟ තියෙන්නේ කරුණාවයි මෛත්‍රියයි විතරයි. ඔබ බය වෙන්න එපා. ඔය රාජ්‍ය අල්ල ගන්න අපිරිසක් නෙමෙයි අපි. We did not come for any other purpose. We are monks. Samana, you may heard that word. Samana, we are monks. Maharaja, great king. You don't worry, we are monks. Dhamma Rajasya Savaka. Lautura Buddhajanan Vahansege Sravakyo. We are the disciples of the Lord Buddha. Very clear, the message. Then he understood, the king and other people all understood. Oh, wonderful. We are very lucky today. Even though we came for some other bad purposes, now we understood who you are. බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ශ්‍රාවකයෝ වෙච්ච අපි හාමුදුරු ශ්‍රමණයන් වහන්සේලා. එහෙම හැඳින්වීමක් කොතනකවත් කවුරුවත් කළ නැහැ ඉතිහාසෙ. We never find anywhere in the recorded history this kind of introduction that Venerable Mahinda did to the King Tissa and his 40,000 people in the summit of the Mihintala. Then Taveva Anukampaya. මම ආයේ මොකටද? මගේ පියතුමන් අශෝක මහරජතුමන් මගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටි පරිදි සමස්ත ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ඔබ අප හැමතෙම අනුකම්පාවෙන් ලෞතර බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ධර්මයන් තරම් තමයි අපි ආවේ. හරිම ලස්සනයි. තවේව අනුකම්පාය. ඔබට අනුකම්පාවෙන් අපි ආවේ. Then he uttered, he says, we came to Sri Lanka with the invitation of my father, Emperor Asoka. Not for any other purpose. Only the purpose is introducing Buddhism to Sri Lanka. Then that the day, historical day today, the Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka, the month of June. And he said, we came here as the disciples of the Buddha, Lord Buddha. As we are monks, we are here today to help you, to give a wonderful message of the Buddha. There's no conversion. We offer the teachings of the Buddha. Taveva anukampaya, the sense of sympathy, compassion and kindness. We came here today to introduce the teachings of the Buddha. From where? Going there. Jambuddhipa idagata. These are the words of the Arahant mind, not mine. The Arahant mind uttered this stanza, introducing them by themselves. We came from India, Jambudipa. At that time, India was named as Jambudipa. We came from Jambudipa with the compassion and kindness and sympathy to offer the great teachings of the Buddha as, as monks, as the disciples of Lord Buddha. These four stanzas, wonderful. We never ever find this kind of introduction. හරිම ලස්සනයි හඳුන්වාදීම. උන්වහන්සේ කියනවා අපි බුදුහාරන්ගේ ශ්‍රාවකයෝ ඔබට අනුකම්පා පිණිස ලෞතර බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ ධර්මය ඔබට දෙන්නයි අපි මේ ආවේ දඹදිව ඉඳලා. ඒක කොතැනකවත් එහෙම හඳුන්වා දීමක් අපි දැකලා නැහැ, අපිට ලැබිලා නැහැ. ඒ හඳුන්වා දීමත් එක්කලා රජු තේරුම් ගත්තා. The king understood who they are, why they come here, from where they came. Everything, every details, every need information were included in that particular four stanzas. Really wonderful. So the king was so happy to hear that, because Emperor Asoka and King Tissa in Sri Lanka, they are pen pals, unknown friends. They have never seen, but they send messages. They send gifts, corresponding gifts and many other things sent from India. They are very good friends, but never have seen. Then the king understood, my beloved friend, elder brother, the Emperor of India, sent me his son and daughter to me to spread the most important noble gift of the Dharma to the Sri Lanka. It was happened today. කියලා හරිම සතුටු රජුරු අවබෝධ කරගත්තා. මගේ මේ පෑණි මිතුරා විසින් එවල තියෙන්නේ මේ අය ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ආත්ම පිණිස කියලා. එතෙන්දී බුද්ධාගම විතරක් නෙවෙයි අපිට ලැබුණේ. සංඝ පරපුරක් ලැබුණා. සාමකාමී ජනතාවක් ඇති වුණා. වැදගත් දේ කොතනින් වුණත් අපි අහුල ගන්න જાතියක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඊළඟට සාහිත්‍යයක් අපිට ලැබුණා. අමාවතුර, බුස්සරණ, පූජාවලිය, ජාතක පොත ඕව ඇතුළත් වෙච්ච මහා සාහිත්‍යයක් අපිට හම්බුණා. මූර්ති කලා සීග්‍රයෙන් දකින්නෝනේ අපි. නේ? ගල් විහාරය දකින්නෝනේ අපි. ඒ වගේ කලාවක් අපිට ලැබුණේ අද වගේ දවසක. ගෘහ නිර්මාණයක්. ගෙවල් හදන දැනන් හිටියේ නෑ අපි. With the results of the message of the teachings of the Buddha, we received many other good things. Whole culture of Sri Lanka actually we do have today is born the day of today. The monks and the peaceful people and whatever the thing which is important, we do have a knowledge to choose what is important, what is not important. Then the big literature in Sri Lanka, we do have very rich. In the 3rd century, we have a very famous book, the birth stories of the Buddha called Jataka and Bussarana, which is plenty of teachings of the Buddha with the admiration of the teachings of the Buddha. Amavatura, Pujavali, Saddharmalankare, ඔය වගේ කවිසිළුමින, thousands of very rich Sinhalese literature was born today with the message of the teachings of the Buddha. Apart from that, we did have a Pali Bhasha. Will you say Namo Tassa? That's Pali. We received today to Sri Lanka, the language of the very old language of the Buddha. Buddha spoken in Pali. We call it Magadhi. Pali. We received as a gift of the Emperor Asoka to Sri Lanka today. Pali Bhasha, Sahitya, Murtikala, Grodinmali. Evagema, Hodia. We did not have alphabet. Our Sri Lankan Sinhalese alphabet created with the influence of the Brahmi letters, Ashoka letters, Ashoka Akshara. A Brahmi Akshara, Ashoka Akshara, Akuru, Kavalang Victor, Sri Lankan, Hodia Kapal Labuni Adoga. We get the alphabet. We didn't have such a thing before his visiting Sri Lanka. We received all these things the day like today. We don't have, we don't know how to write. ලේඛන කලාවක් අපිට තිබුණේ නැහැ. ඒ ලේඛන කලාව ලැබුණේ අද. The writing way of in Sinhalese or Sanskrit or Pali, we did receive the day like the full moon day of the month of June in Sri Lanka with the message of the gift of the noble gift of the message of the Buddha today. So we became highly impressed, civilized, and very rich nation. What was happened occurred today? The presence of Venerable Mind and other his mission, his members of the mission, with the power of the Emperor Asoka and also the Sri Lankan king called Devanaka. Okay, we did not have proper houses even to offer to the monks when they arrive here to Sri Lanka. You know, they put soil. They don't know how to use brick and no other instruments to build houses. The Arahat Mahinda introduced them to have architecture and how to build proper houses. Those days, they got the little fire and make them with the smoke. They did make black the walls and offer the Arahat Mahinda. It means we are very primitive nation at that time. We did not know even how to make a good house, proper house. Then with the noble message of the Buddha, introducing by Arahat Mahinda, we do create this kind of beautiful buildings everywhere in Sri Lanka. It was happened today. Okay? Then many other things. Sri Mahabodhi. Then more than bigger, like seas, we have thousands of lakes in Sri Lanka. We do have stupas more higher than lot of mountains. Kandu Paradavan, Lassana, Ruambali Mahasaya, Tuparamaya, Abegiriya, Jetavanaya, Lankaramaya, Mirsavatiya. ඔක්කොම හැදුනේ පටන් ගන්න හදන් ආරම්භුනේ අද වගේ දවසක් නිසා. If you go to Sri Lanka one day, you will see thousands of beautiful stupas, pagodas, like Mahatupa, Ruangvali Sai, and Abhayagiri, and the 9-star building called Lowa Mahapaya. All these things still we do find ruins. You can be really surprised what kind of culture Arahat Mind has been introduced to Sri Lanka. Today we do have all their things. Especially Sigiriya, the arts works, wonderful. Even most the developed countries today, they did not have this kind of knowledge at that time. One little canal for 1 kilometer, 1 inches go, how to say, එක අඟලකින් බහිනවා 70ක් යනකොට ඒ ගඟේ ජලය පහළට. එහෙම නිර්මාණ irrigation system will not find anywhere in the world today. In that particular period, Anuradha period, we did find such a beautiful, surprising canal system and building houses, building stupas, making lakes and viharas. It's really wonderful. This kind of glorious history, culture, we did find today with the presence of වෙන්නවල් මහින්දා. ඉතින් හිතා ගන්න බෑ. අපට ඒ තරම් ලස්සන මහ වැව් පරදවන මහා නාගර පරදවන මේ වැව් මහා කඳු පරදවන ස්තූප වැවයි දාගබයි. Our culture is based on the lake and the stupa. That's the foundation of our culture, Sri Lankan culture. වැවයි දාගබයි. Still today. And we did fine with the presence of Arahat Mahinda, who went to introduce the Buddhism to Sri Lanka. You know, they are wonderful. Not only that, බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගේ ධර්මයේ ඉගැන්නුවා එක සූත්‍රයකින් අහලා ඇති. චුල්ල හත්ති පදෝපම සූත්‍රය. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවද කොච්චර බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගේ ධර්මයේ තියෙනවද කොච්චර විශාලද? 84000ක් ධර්මස්කන්ධය තියෙනවා. මේ 84000 ධර්මස්කන්ධය හරියට කෙටි කරලා එක සූත්‍රයට අරගෙන හරිම ලස්සනට බුදුහාමුදුරු දේශනා කළා රජු අධිපති. You know, there are 84,000 teachings of the Buddha. The first sermon given by the Arhat mind was included, like the way it has been summarized, briefly explained, whole teachings of the Buddha, which are counted as 84,000 teachings of the Buddha. In this sutra, you can find it in German. That we can find it. Chulla Hatti Padopam Sutra. You do find it any language. It is the most beautiful introduction of the teachings of the Buddha. Lassanama Buddha Dharme Hadunna Dimakala Tisrajuranga Pilsada Miduham Me Sutra. ඒක හරිම ලස්සන සූත්‍රයක්. කියලා බලන්න පුළුවන් නම් අද හොඳයි කියවන්න. කොහොමද අපිට බුදුහාරන්ගේ ධර්මයේ ඒ ශාන්ති කෙරේ පණිවිඩ ලැබුණේ කියලා. In this sutra, Buddha explained the big conversation with one of the Brahmin and the Ajivaka, the man of another religion. Janusoniya, Brahmin, and the Pilotika, called kind of member of the other Hindu religion, Ajivaka. They both are explaining the features of the qualities of the Buddha. Then after understood the interest of the Janusoniya told to that Pilotika, he went to see the Buddha. And Buddha gave the teachings introducing all the meaningful teachings of the Buddha. One day you can see, you can read it. It's very beautiful. And you can, being a Buddhist, taking refuge of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, observing 5 sins per day life. The day like the full moon days, we are observing 8 precepts. Up to you are totally eradicated all the defilements. When you become the Arahant, all these noble paths, 8 noble paths, and the 4 noble truths, and the karma and rebirth, and the theory of conditional production, important noble teachings of this particular sutra. If you really understand this message of the Buddha given this day by Arahant mind, certainly you will become Arahant. The fact is very clearly explained, step by step, gradually. Arahant mind is giving a wonderful teaching to the new community of Sri Lanka. They never heard something like before. Nobody came with the message of the Buddha. And he introducing and giving the importance and significant features of the teachings of the Buddha was all mentioned in this particular sutra. මේ සූත්‍රයෙන් උන්වහන්සේ බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ සියලුම ධර්ම සියලුම වැදගත් ඉගැන්වීම් පැහැදිලිව දේශනා කොට වදාළා. ඇයි අපි තිසරණ සරණ යන්නේ? Why we do take refuge of the Buddha? Why we do take refuge of the Dharma? Why we do take refuge of the Sangha? Triple gems. What is the purpose of that? Everything well explained in this particular sutra. It's really impressive teachings of the Buddha. Then why do you observe still today? Morality. Buddha has been given this sutra to this Brahmin and Ajivaka. The same sutra preached by the Arahant mind to the kin and all his people, the new community of admiring the teachings of the Buddha. So, in this sutra, Buddha has given from the beginning, A to Z, how we have to follow the path of the Buddha. මේ සූත්‍රයෙන් බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ උගන්වනවා තුරුවන් සරණ යාම ඉඳලා පන්සිල් ගැනීම ඉඳලා අටසිල් ගැනීම ඉඳලා භික්ෂුවක් බවට පත් වීම ඉඳලා සෝවාන් සකෘදාගාමී අනාගාමී අරහත් පත් වෙමින් ගිහිල්ලා මේ සසරින් එතර වීමේ ඒ මහා භාග්‍ය සම්පන්න ඉගැන්වීම මේ ධර්ම දේශනාව තුළින් අපට උගන්වලා තියෙනවා. Then, so if you read this particular sutra called Chullahatti Padoma Sutra. A clever man who goes to the forest with the signs of the feet of the elephant, he do understand who is the real elephant. There are many kind of elephant in the forest. Buddha has given a beautiful parable. How to find the path of the Buddha. කොහොමද බුදුහාරන්ගේ ගමන් මාර්ගය අපි අඳුරගන්නේ කියන එක මේ සූත්‍රයේ පැහැදිලි කරනවා. කැලේට යන මිනිහෙක් අලි කලාව, අලි නීතිය දන්න කෙනෙක්. සැබෑ අලිය අඳුරගන්නේ කොහොමද? පාද සටහන් වලින්. ඒකයි අරමුණ. චුල්ල හත්ති පදෝපම. ඇතෙක් අඳුනා ගැනීමේ ක්‍රමය අවබෝධ කරගත්ත දක්ෂ අත්සාන්තය පිළිබඳව දන්න කෙනෙක් වගේ නියම බුදුහාඳුන්ගේ ධර්මයේ තේරුම් ගන්න කියන එක කොහොමද කියලා මේ සූත්‍රය කියනවා. කොහොම හරි කියලා බලන්න. අදම කියලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. Google එකට ගියාම ගන්න පුළුවන්. If you want I can give you. I have that. Okay. ඒක කියනවා තිසරණ සමාදන් වීම ඉඳලා පන්සිල් ගෑම ඉඳලා රහතන් වහන්සේ කෙනෙක් දක්වා යන ගමනේදී අපි පසුකෝල යුතු අවස්ථා ගැන පිළිබඳව. All the steps of the teaching, the way of peace, way of happiness, art of the life, which has been introduced by the Buddha. All these things we do find in this particular sutra. Step by step, gradually, how we do reach at the final liberation, Nibbana, or purification, or Sammam Bonam of Buddhism. You do find everything in this particular sutra, which has given by Arahant mind to the Sri Lankan community, first time in our life. This was introduced by the Arahant mind, the full moon day of today. So, what is the Buddha's path? මොකක්ද බුදුහාරන් මාර්ගය කියන්නේ? We have to understand today why we are here in the temple to sacrifice or to dedicate our day for the Buddha, for the Arahant mind, for whole ancestors of the followers of the Buddha's teaching in Sri Lanka 2,300 years ago. Okay? So, it is very clearly mentioned the path. I have to ask a question. මම අහන්න කැමති ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ. අපි අපේ ජීවිතේ හැම වෙලාවෙම කරන ක්‍රියාවන් තුනක් තියෙනවා. මොනවද ඒ තුන? I do ask you, we do there are three actions or three things that we are always doing as very particular actions of body and mind. What are these three things? ඒ තුන මොකක්ද අපි හැම වෙලාවෙම හැම දවසම උපතින් ඉඳන් මරණ දක්වා සිද්ධ කරන ප්‍රධානම කාරණා තුනක් තියෙනවා. පුළුවන් නම් කියන්න. Can you say something very important? We do use in our body and mind. We do three kind of particular actions in our whole life. All human beings. What are these three things? Can you tell me? කියන්න පුළුවන්ද මොකක්ද මේ තුන කාරණා තුන අපි හැම වෙලාවෙම හැම මොහොතකම හැම දවසකම උපන් හැම සත්‍යෝ මරණකම්ම සිද්ධ කරන කරුණු තුනක් තියෙනවා. මේක බුද්ධාවට සම්බන්ධයි. මේක තමයි බුද්ධ ආගම කියන්නේ. මේක තමයි the philosophy of Buddha. What Buddha has been introduced and advised to do as the particular followers of the Buddha. What are these three things? I know you know all these things, but maybe you can't put into the words. I think maybe. Can you tell me? මොනවද අපි කරන විශේෂම ක්‍රියා තුන අපේ ජීවිතේ පුරා හැම වෙලාවෙම කරන දෙයක් ඒක. හැම මොහොතකම. Yeah, very good. Thank you. I know that you are going to give this one. Breathing. You all breathe. Otherwise, you know what would happen. Okay? Breathe in, the first one. Then what is the second one? මොකද දෙවෙනි එක? අපි ඔක්කොම කරනවා ඒක. එහෙම නැතු ඉන්න බෑ අපට. When you use our body and mind, we do these three kind of human functions. He said that is very nice, very important. The first thing, breathing. හුස්ම ගන්නවා අපි ඔක්කොම. හුස්ම ගන්න ඉන්න බෑනේ. Very good. Did you think of that? Thinking. We all think. Even from the birth up to the death, one thing we do continuously, we can't avoid that, go beyond that, we do think. Breathing and thinking. Thank you very much. Very important. The third is very important. Tell me what is the third one? Makada තුන්වෙනි එක අපි කරන. Then we have two things. Breathing, we accept everybody. Thinking, no arguments, we do accept. What is the third one?
Eating and drinking.
There are a lot of people, those who can't do that. They don't, many people, even some countries, there's nothing to eat, they don't eat. Okay? Drinking maybe, okay, but it is not particularly to common to everybody. But it is included. Eating, drinking, everything included, but we are going to say in words for the third one, which is very important one, what we are committing, performing in our day-to-day life. What is the other one? Third one. I'm so happy to hear that two things. Breathing, thinking. What is the other one?
Sleeping. Sleeping.
Sleeping. You know, there are many people, those who can't sleep in the world. Because of the problem, because of sickness, because of they don't find sleepiness, lot of things. That's not common to everybody. What is the third one? Do you think something? You have some ideas? What is the third one? Breathing, thinking, and
Acting.
what is?
Acting.
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 Yes, that's also included. Acting. There are a lot of people in those who can't, even the people, those who can't talk. There are. With the certain kind of results of karma, can't talk. Not everybody. Reading. Thank you, but that also included what I am going to say. Not me, I say, I got it from the teachings of the Buddha. What is that one? Thank you. Breathing, thinking, and the third one. That these three functions are common to every human being. Animal being, they can't think. We do not know. But human being, we do follow, we do make these three performance in our whole lifetime. You know that. I know that you know that, but you don't know how to put it into the word. But you will say eating, drinking, reading, talking, all these things are included in that particular word. Okay? Action. Uh, that's also included.
Moving.
Eh?
Moving.
Moving. Of course, it's moving, kind of moving. Action is very good, but it's not the. It is included that particular the meaning. You have to have a particular special word for that. Buddha has been introduced to human being. Eh? Kaika, physical actions. That's also included in that particular word.
Feeling.
Eh?
Feeling.
Feeling. It goes with the thinking, no?
I don't know.
Yes, thinking and feeling and sensation, all these things are really bound with that thinking. If you want, thinking also can include it, the feeling also include what I'm going to tell you. Oh, huh? What is that? Talking, talking. She said that. Oh, huh? Be kind. Yeah, can do that, but not that what Buddha mean with these three functions of human beings. Oh, then I have to tell you, I'm so sad. Okay? One more time. Try. One more time. Even our, you don't know. You know, I know very well that you all know that. You see? All the teachings of all the development of mental training based on these three things. I can help you a little bit. Okay? All the Buddhist practices, all the teaching what we are going to follow as the way of peace, way of happiness, art of living, and all these things, whatever the philosophy, whatever that we have to mention, we can find many ways, is based on these three functioning of human body and mind. Do meditate on that. Okay? You will find. I'm so happy that the audience gave me two answers. Breathing, thinking. Huh? Discussion. Let's also go with the thinking. No. Okay. Who can answer? No answer. No, there is no answer. When I say that, you will be surprised. Oh, I didn't think of that. All these things that you mentioned here is, of course, we included that particular function that we are not doing it happening on our body and mind. We can't do that. It happened with our body and mind. Even every each single minute on tic tac tic tac a particular little moment, molecular states of our body and mind that happen. I can't help you too much. I can, but I would like to know how do you reflect on that. Then remember. Oh, yes, we do breathing, no argument, we do thinking, all accepted. The third one. third one.
Changing.
Eh?
Changing.
Changing. Yeah, that's very good. It is included that particular thing. Changing, of course. Changing is the only thing which is not changed. Everything is changing. That's the fundamental teachings of the Buddha, impermanence, anicca. That is really included, that particular word. But not only the changing. It's also, of course, changing. Eh? I can't hear.
Just be.
Being. Of course. It's be. Oh, yeah. You are right, 80%.
Karma. Karma.
Yeah, that's also belong to that particular happening on our body mind. Karma is really something very important. The notion of karma is very complicated. So you can say karma because it is happening with the results of karma. It's happening with the results of karma. Yes. I will tell you. Okay. You'll be surprised. Okay. Breathing, thinking, and breathing, thinking, and what is the other one? Breathing, thinking. Even this particular moment, it is happening on us. In this particular moment, when you wake up in the morning until you go to the bed, even when you are in the bed until following day morning, it is happening. It is something yeah, Vedana. Of course, that's also included Vedana, sensation. Eh? Living. Very good. It's really that. But I want to have the particular word of that. Living, of course. Every moment, nobody can avoid that particular happening, which is always on our body and mind. Yes. Good. Aging. Okay. Thank you. You're very intelligent. Breathing, thinking, and pronounce me. Aging. Aging. You understand that? වයසට යන එක. හුස්ම ගන්නවා හිතනවා වයසට යනවා හැම වෙලාවෙම. හවුනද? It's happened on us each and every moment. You understand now? Aging. Okay? You come here to listen to me with the intention of Venerable Dhammakusala have been aged maybe 1,000 times. In our physical eyes could not experience that, can't see that. How rapidly we are aging. We call it 1 million of second. Many million thousand speeding, we are aging every and each moment. Do you agree with me? Thank you. Never forget that. Yes. Breathing, thinking, and aging. Nobody can even, it is more powerful than the power of light. Speed the rapid, the speed of that changing nature of human body and mind is really uncountable. Very uncountable. Even somebody say karma, it's of course, that's included that. Because of the karma, it is going, it's moving like that. So, you know that when we consider, when you analyze, when you go deep into the teachings of the Buddha, you will find what we are doing. Breathing as a technique. Anapana meditation, breathing meditation. use in our mind the reaction mind. We do use our reaction mind. What to do? To we can't say control. The control or understand the real nature of our life with aging. We do find a solution for birth, decay, death, and rebirth. The cycle of the death and birth and death. We do go away from this circle by using the technique of breathing, using our reaction mind to control or to get rid of these particular five nature of human bodies and mind: birth, decay, death, and rebirth. That is the Buddha's teaching. 84,000 of the teachings of the Buddha are based on these three particular functions of human body and mind. We do find solution for our liberation, purification, to experience some unborn of the teachings of the Buddha or Nibbana. We have to use these three particular actions. You have to breathe, concentrate on your breath. Find the unbalanced mind. Find the unbalanced mind, of course, and the disciplines of mind or developing mind, doing mind culture. Using the laboratory is our mind, thinking mind, reacting mind, crazy mind, of course. Okay, we do use to control or discipline our mind, and then get rid of from these particular universal problems: birth, decay, death, and rebirth, and nibbana. Find the final solution. The aging symbolizing or represent all the particular nature of our body and mind: birth, decay, death, and rebirth and rebirth. Buddha has given with 5 verbs. බුදුහාඳුරෝ ක්‍රියාපද 5කින් තමයි ඔක්කොම කියන්නේ. ජායති, birth, ජීයති, decay, ජායති, ජීයති, නිමීයති, death, ජායති, ජීයති, මීයති, miyati say aging, and death, dying, and the rebirth. Okay, jayati, jiyati, miyati, uppajjati, jayati, jiyati, miyati, decay, death, and yeah, and rebirth. 5 verbs. Buddha has been explained whole our cycle of samsaric life. To get rid of these we can say unpleasant or not really very agreeable, not really very peaceful. Our life is the cycle of life, death, and body. We have been past millions and millions of birth. Even today, we are still continuing until we do eradicate it totally, completely, the desire and ignorance. Avidyavasa, Trishna. සම්පූර්ණ ඇති කරන කම්ම අපි ඔය ගමන යනවා, ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා, තව යන්නත් තියෙනවා. ඒකයි අද වගේ දවස් අපිට වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. සිල් අරගෙන බණ අහලා අපි කරන්නේ මොකද්ද? අන්නේ මාර්ගය හොයනවා. උපදින්නේ නැති, ඇලෙන්නේ නැති, ගැටෙන්නේ නැති, මියන්නේ නැති, නැවත උපදින්නේ නැති මාර්ගයක් හොයාගෙන යනවා. ඒකටයි අද වගේ දවස් අපිට වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. ඒකයි බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ දේශනාව. You see, to get rid of from this cycle of birth, which is really miserable, which is really essential to get rid of and find the final liberation or find the final purification. That is what Buddha said to us, to practice the teachings of the Buddha today. That is why these kind of days are very important to our life. Full moon day, every month we do have full moon day. We really go to practice and find the way that the man who is expert in features of elephant, how he do find real feet of elephant. We do all have to practice and try to find deeply real path of the Buddha by using the technique like breathing and thinking and all particular nature of our body represented by aging, these three things. Then you will find the Samman Buddhism or final liberation. We go to Nirvana. That is what the meaning of 84,000 teachings of the Buddha, what Buddha has been proclaimed, 45 years his time, in his lifetime, and introduced to Sri Lanka the day like today, and following for 23 centuries in Sri Lanka and all the Buddhist countries, we try. Still we can't. I know there are some people, those who have been really reached certain level of mental development, maybe not all, but the fact, the way is very clear, which has been proclaimed by the Buddha in this particular sutra called Chullahattipadama Sutra. Okay? We do what our mission is, to find the real path of the Buddha's way. We have to work on, trod on the path of the Buddha. The days like full moon days, more and more go deep into the teachings of the deeply go into the access to the practice of the teachings of the Buddha. We have to make profit. That is why we are here. Then only you find the full happiness. Or we call it the place, not a place. It's a level of training of our mind, which we find where there is no desire, where there is no ignorance, avijja. Even the Patissampada, you will find 12 factors, but ignorance and the desire, avidya and trishna, are the most particular, very important two factors that we have to be eliminated. All 10 factors are automatically understand and eliminated when we do eliminate or eradicate the avijja, ignorance, and trishna, the desire or thirsty of the exile to keeping continue our life. If we both can be step by step, gradually, day by day, every day, we try our effort by using our intelligence and by using right effort, that we call Eight Noble Path. For that, we do have right view. If you're going to understand little by little, day by day, this particular teachings of the Buddha, then you'll realize, you will ripen, you will enlighten with the right view. Then you do continue. That is the peaceful or way to happiness. What Buddha was explained, the Eight Noble Path. ආර්ය අෂ්ටාංගික මාර්ගයේ මේ අනුගමනය කරන්න, මඟ පාද ගන්න, අපට ඕන කරන සම්මෝධිය පහළ කරගන්න. ඇත්තටම ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට ධර්මයේ දකින්න. ඒකයි බුදුහාරෝ අර නියම බුදුහාරන්ගේ පාසලකුණු දකින්න කියලා මේ සූත්‍රය උගන්වන්නේ. ඒක තම තමන් පච්චත්තං වේිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝ හේති. තම තමන් තම නැනපමණින් අවබෝධ කරගත්තු ධර්මයක්. පොතේ තිබුණා කියලා, බුදුහාරෝ දේශනා කළා කියලා, මින්දුහාරෝ අද දේශනා කළා කියලා අපට ඒක එයා එහෙම දේශනා කරලා තියෙනවා. අපේ වගකීම. Individual responsibility we do all have. That's our mission, to understand this particular nature of life and following the Eight Noble Path, with starting with right view, then we go ahead through all these Eight Noble Paths. At the end, Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha. You don't understand all these things. Right view, right concept, right way of living, right effort, right words, right concentration. Likewise, Eight Noble Path we have to trodden day by day. Even your day, in the day-to-day life, whatever you engage, whatever the responsibility you do have, domestic or social, cultural, personal, whatever, try to do little by little every day to go forward towards the teachings of the Buddha. That's the only solution, only happiness, only what do you call, only Nibbana we do find day by day, little by little, by practicing the teachings of the Buddha. There's no other solution. Okay? There's a one monk called Bhattya. We do find that Bhattya Sutra. No time. Okay. When he became a monk, 3 minutes. When he became a monk, wherever he goes, even in the forest monastery or in the forest, whatever, he say always, "Oh, wonderful! Aho Sukang, Aho Sukang. I am experienced something we never experienced. It's wonderful. I'm so happy." He's always saying that. යන හැමතැනකම කියනවා යා ඒ හාමුදුරු අහෝ සුකං මට අර සතුටුයි බලන්න මේ සතුට මම කවදාවත් ඉඳලා නැති එකක්. I never have experienced this kind of happiness. Okay, okay, බුදුහාමට ගිහින් කිව්වා අනිත් හාමුදුරු. The other all monks, those who assembled that kind of particular meeting, went to the Buddha and say, "Venerable sir, you see this monk Bhattya, he's crazy. He's always saying wherever he goes, to the monastery or forest or place where total solitude, he always saying, uttering the joy of what he's experienced, saying, Aho Sukang, Aho Sukang, Aho Sukang. So wonderful, so beautiful, extraordinary, so surprised." Always saying. All monks asked from the Buddha, why he is saying that? He's mad or he's something happened to him? He get upset or something behind? Buddha said, no, he's right. He has been experiencing as a millionaire in his lay life. He's always scared. He have a lot of money, lot of houses, all other kind of sensual pleasure. He had everything when he was a man before becoming monk. He never experienced this kind of thing. He's always scared. He's always thinking. He has always doubt. He doesn't have any mental or physical security. He was always with a lot of negative condition, negative atmosphere, really negative. He experienced in his whole lifetime this kind of thing. Okay, wherever he goes or stays, with the pleasure, with whatever he has, what they have accumulated, every riches of lay life, whatever he found, he never experienced that. So when he became monk, he was so happy. He's so free. He's totally liberated. That feeling he can't even control. He said, "Oh, wonderful this place. Berlin Buddhist there is wonderful too for the practitioners, for the people, those who want to practice. You can come every day. This is very beautiful. This is a historical place. You know, this is the oldest Buddhist center in Europe, which has been started by Paul Dalke. Then again, Dhammanishanti, Ashoka Virata. Okay, we learn all this history. Okay, this kind of place always really touch our heart and mind. Those who want to practice, those who are willing to practice, those who admire these teachings of the Buddha. And that Bhattya is saying that wherever he goes as a monk, he did feel something he never experienced. Buddha said, he's right. As he a lay person with all mental, physical, and all the what do you call material pressure disturbed him, made him confused more and more. He never experienced something like what he is experienced as a monk. You do have the same experience if you can get rid of all these things. As a layperson, you can do that. You know, whatever the engagement that you do have, don't worry. Your mind can be liberated from all the material engagement. You have same love for your family, for your children, for your wife, for your husband. You do have same, maybe much more, without expecting anything in return. You do have that type of mental feeling if you could have that particular way of thinking. So that is why Bhagya is saying that kind of particular beautiful uttering the joy of his experiencing as a monk. You can do the same. No matter you are monk or nun, just try to liberate your mind from desire, from hatredness, from ignorance, lobha, desha, moha. Then you will find the real happiness of our day-to-day life. Buddha never said to everybody has to go to the forest and become a monk. No. There are thousands and thousands of people as lay people, they have practices the teachings of the Buddha and have, like, Nakula Pita, you have heard that history. Very beautiful history. They become old, 80 years old, went to see the Buddha and talked to Buddha. Bhante, my mind is very peaceful. I know my body is getting decay, getting the different difficulties, but mind is still strong because of they practice all their life the advice of the Buddha. Likewise, you all can do the same thing. No any discrimination, whether you are German or Sri Lankan or Burman or Thai or whatever, no matter. The teachings is open for everybody, like a moon, like a sky. You can follow, practice day by day. Try to do that. That's very important. That's the message of the Arahant mind that gave a day like the full moon day of month of June. Many thanks for your kind attention. Thank you very much. Ettavata chayammehi sambadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbe satta anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya. Think of your all departed relatives, parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and all the members of your family, and also the friends, those who are known or not known, not important, all the ancestors, those who are work for hard to preserve, to continue the teachings of the Buddha up to today, 2,300 years time. We think of them. We do show our gratitude to the Venerable Mind, the most important feature that we can be qualified, develop the to pay homage to, or to be kind to show our gratitude. That's the most important thing. Showing our gratitude to all people, those who were with us, our parents and grandparents, all of them, think of them and share these beautiful actions or thoughts that we have been developed today. We share with them. That's very important action of the teachings of the Buddha. Think of them. Idang no nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang no nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang no nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya idang no punyang asava Kaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukha Pamunchatu. Say sadhu, 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 sadhu. I personally wish you all to have good health, happiness, and more strength to follow the teachings of the Buddha. And also, I wish you all to have good friends in your whole life. If you find a bad friend, it's finished, it's miserable. Doing every particular wholesome action, we do think of that. Satan samagamo hotu. I want to find a good friend. Buddha said the word kalyanamitta, excellent friends. We do find whole our samsaric tour, the excellent friends. They will help us to lead the teachings of the Buddha, follow the teachings of the Buddha. We do get together and go to Nibbana together. It's very important. So, thinking all these positive thinking, positive way of thinking, we wish them to have good life, happiness, prosperity, and long life. Abhivadana Siddhisa Nichang Buddha Prachayino Chattaro Dhamma Vardhanti Ayuvanno Sukhang Varam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for your attention.